What's good, y'all? Part one on how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my apartment. Well, she wasn't homeless, but she was living in a hotel. I didn't notice at the time. But yeah, she was living in a hotel. My apartment. Two-bedroom apartment. So anyways, I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised. I recently moved to Maryland October of 2023. So that same month in October, I had got a job right away. Anyways, the beginning of 2024, uh, I would have to catch a Lyft or Uber from work, not to work, but from work. So one day she picked me up, boom. She came to my house. Well, she dropped me home. She was like, "Oh, do you know any private landlords?" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Nah, I don't know nobody." Boom, that's it. The second time she ended up picking me up like a few weeks later. Part two of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib, my two-bedroom apartment. So, anyways, like I was saying, she ended up picking me up like a few weeks later. Boom. She asked me the same thing once she dropped me off to the house. "Oh, do you know any private landlords?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Oh, I might be moving," because I was supposed to move with somebody. I was like, "I might be moving, but not right now." So, blah, blah, blah. Boom. We didn't exchange numbers. So, a couple of months went by. Mind you, the beginning of the year of 2024. So a few months later, ran into her again. Boom. She was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Is that you, the one that was asking me about the apartments?" I was like, "Yeah, I might move soon." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, what's your number? Blah, blah, blah. So we exchanged numbers. I was like, "Yeah." So when I leave, I'll just hit you up, and then if you get approved, you could just stay here. Boom. So then part three of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my two-bedroom apartment, into my home. So boom, we exchanged numbers that last time we like met up or whatever. So like a few months went by, we was going into like I want to say like August. I hit her up. I was like, "Yeah, I want to get another apartment, a place that have a gym, so I don't gotta like I can just work out right there like at home, whatever, whatever." So I never meant for nobody to come up in my crib. And I knew it. I wanted to get a new place where both of us could like put our name on the lease. Both of us could like just have our space together. Like, you feel me? It was never meant for nobody to come up into my crib. So anyways, she hit me up. She was like, "Yeah, how about let me tell you, the lady a smooth talker, and she talk fast. I don't trust people that talk too fast because they be lying. But I do this, I do that. Oh, I cook, I make from scratch. Since this lady been here, she gone now. I ain't see her cook once." Part four of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. So yeah, she talk a good game. "Yeah, I used to be a barber. I used to do this. I cook from scratch. I make this. I cook sometimes." I mean, I would have never ate from her because I'm an islander. We don't eat from anybody and everybody. But yeah. So she ain't cook not once. She would bring out this big old like this little grill thingy to make something. I ain't even see her like throw down at all since she been here. Like I said, she's gone now. She's out my John. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I had to have surgery September the 11th. So we were still texting back and forth around in September. So I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, you can come." Because I'm like, dang, like I did need help. I'm out here in the state all alone. Like I said, I'm from Miami, Florida. I just moved to Maryland October of 2023. So I'm like, I put my guards down, which I knew better. I seen stories. I heard other people experiences.
Part five of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. So, anyways, yeah, I knew better. I knew not to let this lady live with me, but I had just had surgery. I needed the help. So I'm like, "Yeah, you come check the place out, blah, 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 see if you want to move in, blah, blah, blah." So she came, checked the place out or whatever. Yeah, and then she was telling me she living in a hotel, she losing a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Already having problems, that's not mine. This was a big thing. Her problem, she thought her problem was your problem. My problem, to be exact. So yeah, so she came, looked at the place, and then October came. I had to have another surgery. So anyways, she was like, "Yeah, I was gonna ask you, can I move in early because whatever situation, like I said, she always got some type of problem." So I'm like, I ain't respond to that. You're not moving in early. So she was like, "Yeah, she moving on the 13th, right?" And then she wanted to pay me for the 2 weeks that because she was supposed.
Part six of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. So yeah, so she wanted to pay me for the 2 weeks that she missed because originally everybody paid rent on the first. Here I go being nice. I'm like, "No, it's cool." I said, "Just give me the money on the 13th when you move in." I said, "Don't worry about the other 2 weeks, whatever. It's cool. It's cool." Being nice, being nice. So anyways, yeah, she was cool with that. She moved in on the 13th. I had surgery, so I was like sleeping in the living room on my couch right here because I had to sleep in a recliner. Everything was cool. So we in October, mind you. So the beginning of like November, ending of October, the beginning of November, October, the beginning of November, the ending of October, she hit me up like, "Oh, I'm having issues with my son, people," because her son, like 16, he was living with his godparents. She was in a hotel, like, "Oh yeah, I'm having problems with them. Can my son come here? I want to keep an eye on him, blah, 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 blah." I was cool with that, I understood. So I was like, yeah. Part 7 of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. So yeah, I was being nice. She said she needed her son to come live with us. Mind you, I have a 2-bedroom. So I ain't care where he slept at. But I was like, yeah, it's cool. Da, da, da. You could bring him. She was like, yeah, he respectful. Da, 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 da. So I met him. He was cool. He was chill. Way better than the mom. I don't even know. He probably tired of her behind. That's probably why he used to drink alcohol like crazy. But anyways, she told me that it ain't no, But so yeah, I let him stay. And then I used to like cook a lot. She used to be like, oh, let me give you an extra blah, blah, blah. So that when cause her son was homeschooled, he used to sit here, right here, in his desk. I let him have that desk, 24/7, sitting there, 24/8, because he was homeschooled. So when I cook, I was like, no, you don't got to give me nothing. I cook a lot anyway, so I'll just give him some. He a kid, so I went and I feed him. I don't care. She used to even eat some of my food. She would even eat off me. They using all of my toiletries. She would be like, oh, part 8 of how I let a homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. So like I said, I told her she would even eat off of me. Her son was here using my electricity because like I said, he was homeschooled. She ain't give me nothing for no utilities, and I was cool with that. I mean, like, she would have days where she'd be like, oh, don't think I'm not trying to buy nothing for the house, meaning like paper towel, tissue, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, it's cool. Like, all I wanted was my rent money on time. You literally just paying $600 to me. That's it. You using up my utilities. I'm cooking steak, seafood. You and your son eating off of me. Y'all using my Wi-Fi, my electricity. Like, come on now. Like, I let him move here. He wasn't even in the plan. Like, I'm being nice. You feel me? So everything was cool. October, November. Then December come. Mind you, rent supposed to be due on the 1st. She ain't paying for nothing. I'm doing down there everything. I was being nice. So on the 13th came, she was like, I was about to go to work. So she stopped me. Part 9 of how I let a homeless, damn near 50-year-old Lyft driver move into my crib. So yeah, I would be like, yeah, it's cool. So mind you, December rolled around. She paid rent on the 13th. I already went ahead and paid her portion of the rent because I paid rent on the 1st. You feel me? So the 13th come around, the day I was about to go to work, she stopped me. She like, oh, I'm going to pay you tomorrow. I'm going to have your money tomorrow. I'm like, dang, you let me know the day before? Like, I got stuff to do too. Like, what the heck? So I was like, it's cool. It was nothing I could do anyway. What was I going to do? You feel me? So she out riding around. Her son sitting right here playing the video game. So I'm like, the same night she had her son come to me and was like, oh, my mom want to talk to you. She like, oh, I'm riding around doing Lyft because she worked for Lyft. She was like, I'm wasting more gas than I'm making money. Oh, I'm going to pay you by next week. A whole nother week after y'all done ate up all my food, use my electricity, use up my... Part 10 of how I let a homeless, dang near 50-year-old Lyft driver move into my crib. And she brought her son along. So anyways, I'm like, dang, a whole week later, like I've been out of work from September 11th. She knew I had surgery September 11th, October, December. I just went back to work like the 2nd week of December. Come on now. And then she ain't have my money. Like, I'm paying for everything. Toiletries, food, y'all eating up off of me. He using up my Wi-Fi, using my electricity because he here 24/8. Because he's homeschooled. Come on now. Man, that thing threw me off when she did me like that. After I done told you, like, I met somebody out here and I stopped talking to them because they end up asking me for money. And we only hung out once. We didn't even get time to know each other or nothing. I don't even roll like that. I don't play like that. So I stopped talking to that person. I told her about that. I told her how people on my dad's side kept asking me for money when I came back into their life. Like, so I'm traumatized by people just asking me for stuff like that. Especially people I don't really deal with or I don't know. Part 11 of how I let a homeless, dang near 50-year-old lady move into my crib, a Lyft driver. So anyways, I'm like, dang, I just told her how a lot of people did me. She seen I been out of surgery and got the nerve to tell me, oh, I'll give you an extra $100. That extra $100 ain't even do nothing. Because now I have to pay late fees on my stuff, which accumulated more than $100. Oh, I ain't even have that 100 to give you. Oh, I got my business to pay for. Oh, my stuff was about to be stuck in storage. I was about to lose all my stuff. Lady, that's not my problem, bro. That's not my problem. So she threw me off big time, and nothing was never the same after she did me like that. I just told you what I've been through. You literally seen I've been out of work for surgery. I'm feeding you. You're using up my toiletries. He's here 24/8, using up my Wi-Fi, using up my electricity, water bill, like all that. And that's all you had to do was pay $600 and nothing else. Part 12 of how I let a dang near 50-year-old homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. Yeah, so she threw me off. Nothing was ever the same after she did me like that. I'm like, nah, I don't even F with it, bro. I don't even. All you had to do is pay $600. You and your son here, y'all not paying for utilities. Y'all not paying for toiletries. Y'all not paying for water. Y'all not paying for internet. Y'all ain't paying for none of that. All I'm asking for is $600, and you can't even get that to me on time. I wish I had it like that. I would respect that. I don't care what else I'm going through. I'm gonna make sure that's paid, especially because you trying to house your son too. Like, come on now, $600. Yeah, she threw me off big time. Nothing was the same after that. After that, I just like fell back from her. Had she not lived here, I wouldn't even dealt with her no more. I don't even play like that. I don't play like that. So, but she was living here. You feel me? She wasn't on the leash yet, but she was living here. So,
Part 13 of how I let this homeless, dang near 50-year-old Lyft driver move into my crib. So please go back and watch part 12. But yeah, so I'm like, so she owed me money, and I'm like, now I fell back from her. Cause I don't F with stuff like that. And she know that, cause when she first moved in, we wasn't really like talking. But then I guess it was like she just wanted to talk. So we just was talking about stuff, opening up to each other a little bit. She was married like 4 or 5 times. That's what she said. I told her about the person, cause y'all know I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised. I just moved out here to Maryland in October of 2023. So I was like, yeah, I met somebody out here, but they started asking me for money right away, and we only hung out once, and I was like, I don't mess with stuff like that. So she knew a lot, and she turned around and tried to handle me the same way, talking about, oh, I got my stuff in storage, I gotta pay for. I have my business, I gotta pay for. Like, I don't care about none of that. You and your son is up in my crib, eating up my food, eating up all the hog mogs. I love hog mogs. Like, I needed my money so bad because, like I said, I had surgery, so I was out of work for 3 months. I started telling her about the plasma place. I'm like, look, yeah, it's this plasma place. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you need to go make my money, baby. Go make my money, because, nah, take your son with you. You'll come up with my money even faster. I mean, I ain't tell her that, but I did tell her about the plasma place. I don't care how you get it, but get it. Because the way I see it, there ain't no way you walking around here with plasma in your body and you owe me my money. Mind you, we was in December. Like, Christmas was right around the corner. I got people I needed to buy gifts for. I got bills to pay. Like, nah. So she ended up paying me my $600 for her and her son living up in my crib, eating up all my stuff, whatever, whatever. But a whole week later, she ended up giving it to me. And then it looked like she was just trying to like make it up to me. Like I told her like I don't think like I talked to her about it. I was like, I don't think that was right. I'm doing everything. Every time you saying you don't got the money for toiletries and something, like it's cool, it's cool. And I'm like, and you turn around and do me like that. And she's still trying to play victim. Oh, I got a business. Oh, I got a business I got to pay for. Oh, my stuff was going to be stuck in storage. That's not my problem. Your problem is not my problem. That's the type of person she was. She think her problem is your problem. No, baby, no. So like I said, I fell back from her. And she noticed it, but I don't care. If she was trying to make it up, I don't care, because I just don't F with it. I don't F with it. I'm helping you out big time. You was in the hotel. Your stuff about to get, you about to lose your storage with all your stuff in it. Your son is up in my crib. Like, I can't mess with her no more, so I fell back from her. So I would be in my room chilling. Just chilling on the weekend, chilling, sometimes weekdays, but I would get this long text messages, like literally nothing happened. I just fell back. I didn't stop speaking to her really. She was like, oh, yeah, the house used to be all welcoming, but it's not that welcoming and warm anymore. You don't really speak to me no more. At least we could just say good morning to each other. Like, lady, when you first came, I wasn't really speaking to you. And I'm not going to give you that same energy, the way you feel like you can handle me any type of way. Because one thing about it, when a person can't do you wrong or use you up, now they want to feel some type of way. Nah, I don't care. So yeah, I would tell her, I was like, yeah, I just didn't like what you did to me, blah, 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 blah. And like, I'm talking about weeks would go by, I would get these long messages. Oh, I don't got time to beef over small things, la 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 la, 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 la. I mean, out of the blue, nothing happening. Everything cool, everything copacetic. And I would get these long messages talking about beefing, uh, over pet. And the whole time we not even beefing, I just fell back from you. Not my women, not my lady, never mess with her, never look at her in that way. So it was none of that. So y'all don't think it was none of that. Nah, nope. So right now my phone is in the shop, but when I get my phone out the shop, I will show y'all the text messages. I got it in one of the clips. You got to go back, but it's not on. Y'all would see it, but I got it on one of my videos. But I'm gonna show y'all again when I get my phone back out the shop. Long messages out the blue. So it was kind of creeping me out because like consistently she was sending these long messages. Watch when I show y'all consistently. So I'm like, hold on, I'm starting to get kind of sketchy because I'm an islander. We don't even roll like that. A person thinking you beefing with them because I stopped speaking to you and you know why? How you did me dirty like that? No, you're not gonna get the same energy from me. You just not. You not. But like I was saying, I start to feel weird. Like I'm like, nah, saying ain't right. She texting me these long messages, like keeps talking about somebody beefing. Like you gotta be careful with people like that. You gotta be careful. In my mind, before I actually knew something was going on, I knew something was going on. Before I knew. Part 14 of how I let this dang near 50-year-old homeless Lyft driver move into my crib. Right, let me answer this comment right quick. It's a hold up. She did all of that while not on the lease. You said not on the lease yet. Didn't stop you from later adding her to the lease. Let me tell y'all why I added her to the lease. Why I wanted to add her to the lease. Anyway, she told me she would be leaving by April, May. Either way, she said she would be leaving by April or May of this year of 2025. So when she first moved in, it was like a little bit of water on the floor. She'll be like, "Oh, call the landlord." Blah, blah, blah. She'll see a little bit of this. Like the lady was like a nuisance. She was just crazy. She was like, "Oh yeah, call the landlord." And I got like I was getting aggravated. And she already said she was leaving April or May anyways. So I'm like, let me just add her to the lease because I don't want to deal with this. I just can't deal with this. This lady is gonna drive me freaking insane. So I wanted her to be able to contact the landlord herself instead of coming straight to me all the time for every little, literally little easy weensy things. Sometimes stuff ain't had nothing to do with us. She okay, call the landlord. So I wanted to add her to the lease. I also wanted to add her to the lease because, like I said, when she moved in, she was paying me rent on the 13th. I pay rent on the 1st, and she wasn't paying me my money on time. So I wanted her to be on the lease so she could deal directly with the landlord and make her start having to pay on the 1st instead of the 13th now. So now she got to give her money directly to him. And the type of job he does, trust me, he was gonna get her. I can't tell y'all the type of job he have, but he was gonna get her. So I'm like, forget it. I gotta put her on the lease. I gotta put her on the lease because she annoying. Like every little thing she asked me to call the landlord. And number two, I wanted her to like have to start paying on the 1st and give her money directly to him. So anyways, so around that, so okay, January came. I talked to my landlord. They talked, chatted a bit. She was trying her best not to get on that, try to get on the lease, and I wanted her to get on the lease for those reasons I just stated, like so she could be like responsible instead of like messing me over. You feel me? Cause she ain't care. She just care about herself. And instead of stressing me out for every little thing that's not even really nothing, telling me to contact the landlord. Like that joint was annoying. So yeah, I let her get on the lease. We signed the lease, the new lease January 1st of 2025. Boom, let her get on there. This was before I think this was before she started sending the long messages. Yeah, it was before because she started sending the long messages because the situation where she paid me late happened in December of 2024, and then we rolled over to January. Yeah. So anyways, I started telling her like I don't know what you're talking about. I said I'm not beefing. And her son used to go back and forth to his godparents' house, right? So her son ended up like leaving. I want to say like the the middle of January of 2025. He went to the godparents' house. I guess she probably felt some type of way because I started speaking up on how I'm feeding her stay at home child. She eating off of me, and I started like expressing myself because I'm not about to let nobody run over me not at this big age. So I guess she felt some type of way. So I haven't seen him like he just been there. I haven't seen him since. Like right now we in April. Well, she moved out the end of March. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen him since she let him leave. Which hey, I don't care. You want me to keep my mouth shut and let you keep running over me and nah. So I guess she felt some type of way. So anyways, like I was saying, she kept saying, "Oh, beefing over small things, sending me long messages." So I started to feel kind of strange. The islander in me was like, "Hold up." I was like, I need to get some cameras because I don't feel comfortable no more. Somebody keeps saying you beefing and sending you long text messages like something ain't right. Something ain't right. She think I'm out to get her because I'm not speaking because I'm like, chilling, standing my ground type. Yeah, so she felt like I got some type of animosity just for me not speaking. So I'm like, dang, I need to get some cameras. Boom. So I Googled it first to make sure I'm not doing anything illegal because I ain't got time to be doing anything illegal. So I Googled for Maryland and about the camera situation and the Maryland law with, dealing with cameras and stuff. So wait, let me show y'all. I'll put it right here, right there, right there. I put that sign up. That's my front door right here. And then that's the window or whatever. The other window, I put a sign right there on the outside too. So before I put the cameras up, I put the sign up. That was the warning that the camera was coming. So they said I can have cameras in a common area. I just can't have the sound on. So I made sure I called Comcast and made sure like I could turn the sound off before I order it. So I ordered the camera, right. Um, I put this here because this was her room right here, and it's like coming straight from the hall. So still was trying to give her as much privacy as possible. I put that there, right? Because like I said, that was her room. So the day the camera was supposed to come, it did not come. It did not come. And then that same night of the day that the camera was supposed to come, cause I had started blocking her number a lot, like on and off. She couldn't tell cause she didn't have an iPhone. So the day the camera was supposed to come, this situation happened. She locked herself out the house, right? Locked herself like it still get to me. The day the camera was, I could show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the screenshots, and whenever I show y'all the text messages, show y'all everything. The day the camera was supposed to come, she locked herself out the house. I'm in my bed sleeping, right? So I'm sleeping like I don't know how long. So I hear some knocking. It sounded like somebody was knocking on my window, and I thought it was this person I know. So I checked my phone, and it was like, "Oh, good night," Cause I answered in my sleep. So I wasn't really fully up, so I thought I was dreaming. So I checked my text messages. I'm like, no, it's not this person because they said they home and they said good night, and I don't know nobody here. So I sat there for a little bit, and mind you, I got to get up by 5:15 in the morning to go to work. So I'll be going to bed early. So I went back to sleep. Next thing you know, somebody was blowing up my phone. But I kept like muting it because it's hard for me to fall asleep. And once I'm asleep, I want to stay asleep. So I just got up. I was like, forget it. I just got up. I looked at the phone, I answered, and somebody was like, oh, the police outside. I'm like, the police outside. So I'm putting on my clothes, putting on my pajamas, because I ain't finna tell you how I be sleeping. So I'm putting on my clothes and stuff. And I'm walking out. I'm like, the police out. Mind you, this is the night that the camera was supposed to be here already. But it can't, but they rescheduled. So I come open up the door. She's like, "Oh, you locked me out. You locked me out." And mind you, I'm getting cameras. I would not have locked this lady out. Like I know the law. It's a illegal lockout. I watch a lot of court shows. I would have never locked her out. She locked herself out the house. It's times I locked myself out. What I did, I called the landlord, and they came and he came and bought me the key. I lock myself out sometimes. So, oh, you locked me out, yeah, and let me say this in front of the police. I'm like, look, you're not going to intimidate me. I said, I don't care if they hear, they could leave and you could talk to me. Yeah, but you don't talk to me. I'm like, look, I did not lock you out. I said I was asleep. I said I would not have locked you out. And I was so mad because had the camera been here, it would have been proof that I didn't lock her out. The camera was supposed to come. That junk still pisses me off to this day. But either way it go, I was like, it still would have never did me no justice because I got the camera right here. And I put the camera here because, like I said, I'm an islander. I got my food and stuff in here. I got medicine in the refrigerator, so I just want to be careful. Like, I want to be careful. Like, I don't want her doing nothing to my food and stuff. So I put it right there. So it would have never did me no justice because the door right there. So after I thought of it for a while, I'm like, it still would have never, like, helped me out because it's, like, past the door. Man, this junk was so crazy. So she all fussing. She like, yeah, you threw your medication in the, cause I got anxiety and depression. You threw your medication in the trash. No. She said you left your medication out here. You trying to intimidate me. I'm like, what? I don't even want people in my business. I'm like, I never left my medication out here. Never, especially her. I don't want her in my business. So I'm like, what is you talking about? She was like, yeah, it was in the trash can. The trash can? The trash can. She was like, yeah, you threw it in there facing up. What? Tell me I'm trying to intimidate her. And I knew something was going on before I knew something was going on. She had the picture of my prescription in her phone. She took a picture of it. I felt violated. Because most of the time when I throw away my prescription bottle, I do wrap it up or cover it up. But it's probably, sometimes you be rushing out the house or rushing or you're not thinking because you literally just throwing something in the trash can. So that it's probably that one time I slipped up. And ain't no telling how long she had that picture in her phone. Ain't no telling how long she did that. I started to feel uncomfortable when she started talking about, oh, we beefing, this, that. So anyways, the police here, she yelling, I'm yelling, she yelling, cause I was just so frustrated. And I was even more mad because I would have had the camera. But the camera would have never did me no. Part 15 of how I let a homeless 50-year-old Lyft driver move into my crib. So it was like a whole big thing. Mind you, it was embarrassing too because my neighbor, my upstairs neighbor, is not only my neighbor but my coworker, and she know this. She know this. Irish dude, and she liked this dude. I'm throwing this out here because y'all gonna know why. So when I first moved in, she was just asking about him, like, "Oh yeah, you see my son? I like white man." Lady, you've been married 4 or 5 times. You like who? You like these people that don't even like you. That's what it seemed like. The black man don't want you, the white man don't want you, nobody wants you. So that's what it seemed like, getting married 4 to 5 times. So yeah, so so they told us, they gave us like a report number, said we need to go get a peace order. So she was like, "Oh, I'm finna go first." So she went to the courthouse. I waited for a little bit, and then I went to the courthouse. I don't know how far she went, but when I pulled up to the courthouse, she was sitting in the parking lot. So I went in, filled out the paper. They waited for a few minutes. They were like, "Oh, it's nothing they could do because it's not really that serious," which I knew. Like, but anyways, so yeah, when I left out the police station, her car was gone. Then I came back to the house, just chilling. I went in the room. I came back out the room to get something from outside. I had ordered something, and then she was right here by the window. She was like, "Oh, do you want this open? Do you want this closed?" I said, "I don't care. Like, all this just happened. You act like nothing just happened." So I went to the door and then went back into the room. I'm chilling. So I started to get like more uncomfortable. So the next day, the person it's somebody that know me, but they got her contact information too. So she was telling them all type of stuff on this phone. I guess while she was locked out and I was in my bed asleep like a baby. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get I forgot because y'all call it something different in Maryland, but how you get somebody put in a mental institution. So I'm gonna just say that because it's called. I just noticed that it's called something different everywhere. So, cause cause she took a picture of my prescription bottle. "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this person put in a mental institution. Yeah, I'm gonna get this bitch on. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go to their neighbor and tell them they transgender. Telling the person they was telling the person that I know that they gonna tell my coworker, which she know my coworker trying to be grimy and dirty, that I'm transgender. Like I don't care, go tell them. I don't care. I'll tell them myself. But yeah, just doing all of this, like just being like nasty. But anyways, yeah. So all of that happened. Um, so mind you, the next day come the camera still didn't come. It got rescheduled again. I was like even more like scared because I'm like my food out here. I don't even play like that. I don't know what this lady might try to do to me. So I ended up ordering another camera because like I said, I only had ordered one. That's all I thought I needed. But the fact she trying to get me she trying to get me put in mental institutions and trying to like, what is you trying to do? You want my life? Like the fact that she trying to do all that, I'm like, no, I got to get another camera. I got to get another camera so to put in my room because I don't want her to lie and say I did nothing to her. So I ordered another camera. That one kept getting rescheduled, but it ended up coming. This is the room she was in. That was my stuff, my TV. It's not a smart TV, so I don't really be using it. I had to throw out the mattress. It smelled like straight piss. Even the person that helped me out said it smelled like straight piss. So yeah, I had to get another camera. So I had ordered another one. Put it right here. I unplugged it because like I don't need it now. I'm by myself. So I don't need it now. So I put the camera right there. The camera would just show all of my room. Like it would show all the way here. I made sure it showed the door. Every time I left out the door to go to the bathroom, I made sure this room door stayed open so the camera could see. Cause I'm like, this lady full of games and full of tricks. And she ain't finna get me. She ain't finna get me. She want my place so bad with her little homeless stuff. So what I did when I ordered the other camera, I never let her know that I ordered another camera, that I had a camera in my room, right? Of course, she wasn't supposed to know. Just in case she tried to like lie and say I did something to her, showed the police the camera. Look, I was in my room the whole time. I was waiting. Like this lady had me on edge because it's like I'm scared now. I'm scared she might try to lie on me. So anyways, especially when I learned that she took a picture of my prescription, my medication that was in the garbage. I really was uncomfortable. I really wanted her out of my house because now I don't trust people like that. Like every little thing you're taking pictures of. So when the camera did come like 3 days later, 3-4 days later after the police situation, this one right there, when the one for the living room came, I got the video. I'm gonna show y'all the video. I'm gonna cover her face. But she came, she noticed the camera, turned around, took a picture of that. I don't know what she been in here doing. I was so uncomfortable with her in my house after I found out. She even said it in front of the police and she took a picture of she was about to show them in her phone. Like with my personal information and stuff on there. Like that, man. This lady was a nutcase. She had to go. mind you, while all of this happened, like the agreement was for her to leave April, May from the beginning, from day one, was for her to leave April and May. But yeah. So what I was saying, so mind you, we're in February. I think he said we got to give him a 60, 90-day notice. I don't remember, 60 or 90. So she never sent the text, mind you. She never sent us a text saying she about to leave. The agreement was for them, was for if I was to leave first, we gotta let everybody know. If she was to leave first, she gotta let everybody know. So it's like she was trying to stay longer. She loved this cheap rent, trying to take over my life. She liked my neighbor, like she really wanted my life. That's all it was. So yeah, so like all of this happened like in February. February, all of this happened. Like I said, she left the last day of March. So she like, I don't know, she just was saying all type of stuff. But for some reason, for some apparent reason, she sent me a text message saying, "Oh yeah, my son will be coming back April the 1st. Blah, blah, blah. If you feel this type of way about me, if I'm this, if I'm that, if I'm trying to intimidate you, like you said, why would you want your child in a home with somebody you feel you got all these assumptions of? Like, why? I wouldn't do no crap like that." So I was like, yeah, at first I was like, yeah, it's cool, blah, blah, blah. Still trying to be nice. After she done did all this to me, invaded my privacy, took a picture in your phone. I could have seen if you wrote it down, I probably would have felt a little better, but you literally took a picture of my medication with my personal information on there that was in the trash can. Called the police on me, said you was gonna tell my neighbor that I'm transgender, and you know that's my coworker, so you really trying to be grimy. Yet, I still had said, yeah, her son could come. I still said yes. What's wrong with me? Or maybe I just don't. Sometimes it's just not good to respond right away because sometimes you need time to sit and think. And when she sent me that text, it was like early in the morning, so I was like, yeah. Da, 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 da. But before April hit, that last week before, like a couple of days before April hit, I was like, nah, you know what? Nah, I don't think it'll be a good idea if your son was to come after all that you did. All of the stuff that you did to me, I don't feel comfortable. Like, and then I didn't want him to come and then she not leave when she's supposed to leave because now she got him here. So I just wanted her out. Somebody like that, you need to get them out. Taking pictures of your personal stuff, taking pictures of every little thing you do. Let me tell you, when she told me about how she took a picture of my medicine inside of there, inside of the trash can. Like a closet that. Let me show y'all. This is like a medicine closet where I just like put certain stuff in it that she never used. Like I got like kids medicine and stuff in there. And I don't know if this was before the camera came, and I don't know if she was gonna like put stuff in there or whatever. So what I did is I put clear tape on here. She took a picture of that. Oh, he taped up the door. You don't even go in here. I can't even do stuff to my own stuff because you think it got something to do with you. I told this lady everything isn't about you. I can't eat, like, she literally never goes in here. She know that. She know that this, when she first moved in, she know that this is my closet. If I want to put tape on it, I can put tape on it. If I want to put shit on it, I could put, oh dang, I don't think I was supposed to curse. Whatever. If I want to put poop on it, I could put poop on it. You don't go in here. Like I can't even, like I start feeling uncomfortable, like I'm walking on eggshells. I'm scared to do anything because she gonna think it's about her. Like, lady, everything not about you. Like, I can't do nothing. Sorry, just imagine. But yeah, I told her son can't come, and I felt like that's what got her out because, like I said, her son used to drink a lot, and at the house he used to be at, they used to leave like wine bottles and stuff out because she told me about it. He would get into it, so she probably wanted him to come back because he probably was getting back into that stuff. I see why he drank. Shoot, I never used to drink until she moved up in here. Now I'm just playing. I did, but you know. So I see, but I guess she was having problems with him over there, and she just needed somewhere for him to go. So she was like, the ending of March. Once I told her that, she was like, I got it on camera. She started like taking stuff out, cleaning up, getting ready to go. I ain't even stop her because I ain't even care. You got to go. I been wanting you gone. By the time once you told me what you did, you had to. Like I said, I knew stuff was going on before I knew stuff was going on. Like I knew. My intuition told me. I knew. So
Final part of how I let a homeless, dang near 50-year-old Lyft driver move into my crib. So I'm just gonna touch on a few things. So when I was telling y'all about go watch the other parts. When I was telling y'all about the police situation, like I was telling y'all, she used to like my neighbor. She used to always ask about him, trying to conversate with him, but they never was able to like cross paths to the point where they could like, have like a longer conversation. So I felt like that day she called the police on me. That was an excuse for her to go up there and speak to him. And then she talking about, oh, I ain't do nothing but apologize. All I did was apologize because I called the police. Lady, we got another neighbor downstairs. We got another neighbor upstairs. You literally chose him. You literally chose him because you've been wanting to talk to him for the longest. Plus, you need somewhere to live. So you probably trying to chop it up with him and trying to like, trying to move into his. And if you just went to apologize, you would have went up there and apologized. Point blank, period. Why is he? Because I told her, he told me everything that she said. So he telling me, oh yeah, he be having it cold in there. Oh, he be doing this, he be doing that. If you went up there to apologize, you would never said all of that. I've been here almost 2 years. That man never knew what was going on in my home until you got here. You wanted a reason to talk to him. So it's talking about, oh, I just apologize. I ain't do nothing but apologize. If you just apologize, how come he's telling me what's going on in my home? How come he could tell me what's going on in my home if you just apologize? Apology is an apology, and then you move on. You don't go discussing, my bad, what's going on in somebody else's house. That man never knew what was going on in my house, and you know that's my coworker too. Like, you know this. So come on now, man. She just happy she had that reason to go speak to him. And then her homeless ASS needs somewhere to freaking stay and stuff, so she probably trying to sauce him up. But that man don't like her. Nobody like her. Like I said, she been married 4 or 5 times. Nobody likes you. And what I noticed, like even when I come across TikTok videos, YouTube videos, it's always the homeless people. It's always the homeless people that you let up in your crib wanting to take pictures of everything, videos of everything. It's always the people that was homeless or that is homeless or you helping out. Like literally just taking pictures of everything in your house, everything that you do, just taking pictures of stuff in your house. Why do homeless people do that? Why? What's the point of that? Like, why do y'all do that? Thank God my house be clean. There's barely nothing in here. I'm like a minimalist. There's barely nothing in here. Thank God it be clean. That's one thing she can't talk about. This the room her bomb ass was in. This is my room right here. Thank God, like I barely have anything. Like I'm a minimalist. If you don't know what a minimalist is, Google it. Thank God my house be clean. Look, clean. Don't ask me why I got the tissue up here, but straight clean. Like people love doing that. Homeless people. It's always the homeless people you helping out, taking pictures and videos of everything. I wonder was she taking pictures and videos in that hotel she was living in. Was she doing that? And I bet she really wanted to date my neighbor because, first of all, she needs somewhere to stay. She don't really like working. It's times, that time that she owed me money, it's times she would come in the house early because I had surgery, so I would be home. Like, for the few months I was home. She'll come in and was like, oh, I don't really feel like being out there today. People coming in my car with food. Lady, that car belongs to Lyft. It's not even really your car. Just go wash it. Go make my money. That was the time she was late, but I didn't care about all of that. I'm like, as long as she had my money on time, I don't care what she gonna feel like doing. You feel me? I knowing she was gonna mess me over because she don't like working or putting in that work. Like, she paid like over, I think like $400 a week for that car to rent a car from Lyft. Plus, on top of that, she got to make her extra money. So while Lyft drivers, they probably do be eating, she don't be eating. She barely be having money. She wouldn't be having me over. She wouldn't have been in the situation she was in. Now, mind you, the mattress she was sleeping in that room, it was a brand new mattress, brand new. I had to toss it out. You seen when I just showed y'all in there, I don't got no mattress in there. It smelled like straight piss. I see why she used to wash every day, and I didn't notice that until I had put the camera in. Straight piss. Dang near 50 years old, straight piss. And then I think she felt some type of way a little beforehand because she used to have this thing going on with her throat and her nose and stuff. I was okay for the nose part, but the throat, like, throat baby, like, what's going on with your throat, lady? So I got a tad bit of OCD, as y'all can see. I got a tad bit of, that's why I don't have a lot of stuff. I got a tad bit of OCD. So I'm like, man, I gotta buy my own utensils. Like, I started not even eating off the utensils we were sharing because I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that throat, baby. I don't know what's going on with that throat. Oh, while she in the shower. Like, who wanna use the same utensils as you and you a stranger at that? Hell no. Nah. Yeah, that junk was disgusting. So instead of me being rude, I just bought my own utensils. That's when June about to fall. I just bought my own utensils. So I had my stuff right here. These is my stuff. Originally, I got some food right here. I want y'all to see it. But originally, our stuff was right here. When she first moved in, I had my stuff right here. So I left her this side right here, and I just bought my own stuff. Because I don't want to be touching everything she touching. Because all that nose blowing, I'm pretty sure a little bit of snot don't flew this way, flew that way. I just got a tad bit of OCD, especially with a whole stranger. So I guess she felt some type of way about that, too. But I was trying to be nice and not tell her why I'm doing what I'm doing. But even in the shower, I'm like, I used to have to spray that thing out with some bleach. Like I just, it was just too much for me. But instead of me hurting her feelings, I just bought my own stuff. A lot of stuff I could have prevented me touching behind her. I just bought my own stuff. So I guess she started feeling some type of way about that. But I was trying not to be rude. So yeah, that's what that is. And then, mind y'all, that last week, like the last week of March, or the week before the last week of March, She offered me right in front of somebody. I got a witness. Oh, I'll give you $2,500 for you to move out and get a new place. Blah, blah, blah. This lady really wanted my life. You done all this. Now you trying to buy me out. You trying to buy me out my home just because you like my neighbor. Probably trying to start a little family, but she don't even like your ass. But it's just a lot of stuff like trying to buy me out my own home for. Where I'm gonna go? It was even hard for me to find a place, not because of credit, but because a lot of people want a lot of people wanted 3 times the rent. Like, shit, these days it's just hard. It's just hard, honestly. But she knew that because when I did open up to her, we spoke about that. That's how I ended up finding this place because before my neighbor was my neighbor, he was my coworker, and then I overheard him talking. Somebody moved out, blah blah blah. Asked about it, jumped on this place. So yeah. So you think I'm gonna give my place up that easy? And even if I would have took that deal, I wouldn't have took that deal though because my neighbor is my coworker. Imagine the type of the stuff she probably would have been telling him. So you really think I'm gonna take that deal and leave you here with my coworker, but I gotta go work, make my bread at, to feel uncomfortable because you telling him, saying that you gonna go tell him, oh, I'm transgender when you got mad. I can only imagine the stuff you gonna probably lie and tell him or tell the truth and tell him and I'm about to leave you here. Not for no $2,500 to destroy my life when I gotta go back to work and deal with my coworker that nah. Yeah, so you try to buy me out like this lady really wanted my life. If you got $2,500, go get your own. Or go back to your hotel, lady. Helping you out and you just, never again. My first and last roommate ever. Like, I stayed with people before, but it was always family. It was always my mom or my sister. My mom or my sister, always. This is my first time and last time having a roommate. Not doing that again. Not having no homeless person move up in my crib, wanting to take pictures of everything. Like, that's weird. Oh, and what I left out is, like, remember I told y'all, all right, it's a desk right here. I'm not trying to show y'all too much. But I got a desk right here, right? A desk right here. I let her son keep that desk. I ain't complain or nothing. I was like, cool. I'll just buy me another desk. I ain't tell her that, but I'm like, the boy 16 years old. He like gaming. He a stay-at-home kid, whatever. He homeschooled. So I bought me another desk. Another desk. This is before she did all that stuff to me. So I was like overly nice. Cooking seafood, steak, feeding him, her. And I'm the problem? Now that I'm not giving my all to you, or I'm not being dumb. Oh, now I'm the problem. Now I'm mean. Or she said, oh, you're mean. I don't like you. God don't play about me. Oh, well, I told her, tell God to find you a house, lady. Because you trying to manipulate. You seen how you did me dirty and then want to throw up. God don't play about me. God seen what I did for you and your child. What are you talking about? Trying to manipulate. Now you trying to manipulate. God don't play about me. Yeah, I believe it. But at the same time, he seen what I did for you and your child. So you're not going to make me feel bad and make me feel like a bad person when I know what I did for you and your stinking ass son.